Zen. That was... You didn't need to share that.
Zentar?
Zen.
I love that. That's awesome.
Zen. You shouldn't be proud of yourself.
Saigan gave me permission.
I wish I could purge. That is one of the funniest things I have ever heard said after Zen has said anything. I wish I could purge.
That deserves a tiny medal. If you could give out tiny medals, like that would be one. If somehow Twitch gave you the option to give tokens to some of your chat subs.
Oh yeah, I would give.
That would be a tiny medal or a small medal, whichever you want to call them. I prefer small medals because it's the first time they're introduced and they're called small, but he gets a small medal.
Okay, all right. I have this. I have this now.
A Zentar. Since my persona is a dragon, has anyone ever played the game?
Fucking enemies.
The encounter rate. Has anyone played the game Blazing Dragons for PlayStation? If you have, then all the dragons are Dragon Tars.
Was that the adventure game?
Yeah, it's an adventure game.
I've been thinking of picking that up for the Saturn, actually.
Do it. It's a riot. If you get all the tree dialogues, there's a lot of jokes in it, but they're only good once. Okay, like after you play the game, it's boring. But your initial response is good. So if you've never played it before, get it and play it live, because that's the only way to play it.
Okay, so it's not like Secret of Monkey Island where it's funny all the time and for the rest of your life.
No, it's a funny, because it was made by the group it was made by the Monty Python cast. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They did all the voice acting.
Yeah, it's like Monty Python Maniac Mansion.
Yeah. So you can identify who's Sir Lancelot, for instance, in the game. I mean, you're like, oh, him, you know.
Right.
But the jokes fall flat after the first time. But the comic value is in its initial shock value. It's not shock like, oh my god, that's like horrible. It's like, oh, I get it.
Damn it.
So Blazing Dragons, they were Dragon Tars, and you called me a tar, and since my persona is a dragon, if you called me that, then that makes sense. I could be a Dragon Tar.
Zen, are you on Tumblr?
Nope.
No, okay.
You're gonna say no reason?
No reason.
He was gonna do something on Tumblr, but no reason.
No, just...
Tiny metal, mini metal, small metal, they're all the same thing. Small was first, then mini metal, and yes. Borg is correct, that's the order. No, that's just the order they evolved into. From right to left. Small, mini, tiny. So, extremely roundabout conversations with Zen. You should have put a comma there. With Zen, because then you can stop and take a breath. See? I like small metals. I'm just partial to small metals.
You know what I wish they would bring back? And it should have been in every game since they were introduced?
What? Oh, wait.
What the hell happened to the monster medals?
That only was in the remake for the Game Boy version.
I know that. I'm saying...
Super Famicom.
I know that. I'm saying they should bring them back.
But it was the Pokemon Gotta Catch 'Em All thing. That's all it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. Because you had to get the copper, the silver, and the gold. By the way, you didn't have to get a silver before a gold. Because when I was grinding, I went from copper to gold and had to skip silver. It's just extremely rare. Because the odds of you getting a gold usually pertain to how many metals of a certain type you have prior to that. So I beat the odds. I must have gotten that 1 in 1028 odds. So I probably got the 1028 odds. Oh, you got 2 of the holes.
I've got it. I know what I'm doing. I figured it out some time ago, but these monsters won't stop attacking me.
I don't know if we can just Zen in a party. Well, don't forget my name means inner peace. So I think we can. A party needs Zen. It's just we don't know
if it was
how.
Spelled with a Z.
It can also be spelled with an X if you're talking Chinese.
No. No, if you romanized with an X in Chinese, wouldn't it make a sh sound? You'd be Shen.
Right, but then you can bastardize it to Zen.
No! You're making shit up now.
The X is only because it looks better than Z. Okay? Does anyone want to know the history of where my name Zen came from?
I am actually kind of curious. And you say it's not a bad story?
Not a bad story at all. It's actually
okay.
so simple. You're like, oh.
Go ahead and share, because the origin of Saigan was fairly boring and kind of dumb. But, you know, share yours.
Let's talk about Zen, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Okay, what we're gonna do is mention
Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be.
No, that Zen pie.
This is like, that's the 4th salt and pepper song I've sung today.
That was popular when I was in middle school. Shows you how old I am.
Yeah, same here.
So, yeah, because I'm older than you.
It's actually, that was it. That song was in our sex ed educational video.
They actually put that in ours too, so we might have had the same one. Because it's, anyway, here's the thing, here's my Zen. My friend Ian Brown, good guy by the way, he, not myself, was into Gallagher at the time. Mm-hmm. Gallagher in the 90s had been in comedy for years.
Yeah, he was very well known.
Gallagher's still around, but I mean, back then, I mean, he wasn't new in the 90s, but a lot of people discovered him in the 90s.
Yeah.
So, my friend discovered him in the 90s, and he loved him, especially his Sledge-O-Matic. That was the thing. I mean, he loved Sledge-O-Matic, my friend. So the Sledge-O-Matic skit that was in about 80% of all Gallagher skits, my friend just had it memorized. Ian loved it. So Ian, then he showed me one Gallagher episode where Gallagher was like, he said, I'm going to jump up in the air, assume the Zen floating position, Z-E-N, which is the cross-legged thing where you put your leg up over the other one in your lap.
I'm familiar with what you're talking about.
Zen floating position, yeah. So Gallagher did a whole thing where he jumped up in the air into the Zen floating position when he landed in water. And my friend said, I'm going to do the Zen floating position. So he jumped up into our pool, jumped up, did Zen, fell in our pool. So the joke was Zen, the Zen floating position. And that night we rented 7th Saga for Super Nintendo. And Lethal Enforcers, but no, just 7th Saga, not Lethal Enforcers. That's it. Just 7th Saga. And we decided to play Lux, the Tetagen. And one of 7 characters, Lux is the robot. So, L-U-X. So he's like, let's rename him. So we did, and we go, let's name him Zen, because that was the word of the day. The Zen floating position, Z-E-N. And then Ian got the idea, no, let's make it X-E-N. I go, okay. So we made it X-E-N. And he went home the next day, and, you know, I played 7th Saga, and I actually bought 7th Saga a little bit later, and I owned it, and I played it, and I played the Tetagen, and that was X-E-N, Zen, because it was the bastardization of Z-E-N from the Zen floating position. So then when I played Chrono Trigger, I renamed Chrono Zen. And every game I played since then, I renamed my character Zen as a private joke. But I assumed the identity of Zen from that. So later, when Ian found out that I took the name Zen, he goes, that's my name! I go, too late, I usurped it. So, he let me have it. So, Zen X-E-N was a bastardization of Z-E-N from Gallagher, who made fun of the Zen floaty position.
Where's Xander coming from?
Xander is a bastardization of Wizard's First Rule, the book series, the Sword of Truth series by Terry Goodkind. Richard Cypher / Richard Rowell. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling the game, the book for you. Fuck you, read the book. It's a good series. Richard's grandfather, who he doesn't know is his grandfather, is named Zadicius Zul Zurander. And it's all Z's. And since our joke of the day was X's instead of Z's, I thought Zurander would make a good name for a play I was writing in creative writing when I was a senior. I took creative writing as a filler class. So, because I didn't want to have a stressful senior year. So I took creative writing as one of my fillers, and it was easy as pie. So I said, okay, I'm going to make one of a guy named Alex and myself joined efforts and made a play. We had about 10 characters in this play one of them was the grandfather of the main character, which was Alex.
Zen.
No, the story. This is important.
Is it?
Yes.
Because you already explained where Zen came from and where Xander came from.
No, because we had to come up with a name for the grandfather. And I said the grandfather probably should be...
God,
Xander.
you tell stories like my youngest sister. Just
so the grandfather...
Straight line, Zen.
The grandfather of the creative writing story was Xander. His name was Xander, but with an X. So I put them together, Zen, Xander.
Okay. All right.
That's how I got both names, but they came at different times of my life.
Okay.
Zen on board, yeah. Fuck you guys.
Well, if you kept your story succinct, no, you could have cut that down to a quarter of the time if you didn't ramble so much.
No, I had to explain everything. I had to explain.
I love you, man, but you're not a good storyteller.
I'm a teacher. I explain things.
Poorly.
No, poorly to you because you can't sit through a lesson.
That's not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong. You admitted it.
But you did lose the attention of the entire class. If we were to say that chat was class, you lost the attention of everybody.
Let me get back on track. Well, he's been playing the game. He's been sliding the blocks and he solved the puzzle.
I know I ramble also, but they're levels.
Thank you, lady. At least the girls love me. Even if it's sympathy love, it's still love.
It's
something.
it is something. It's pity love, but if that's what you want.
That's not what I want, but I'm so desperate I take it.
Oh, Zen needs a hug.
I need a hug.
I'm sorry. Have I given you too much shit today, Zen? I'm sorry.
Well, you let me tell the story and then it was boring, so I don't know whose fault it is anymore. Well, you solved the puzzle. I'm happy for you.
I solved the puzzle, despite all the distraction and
no.
talking.
My story was perfect for you. Because as I was telling my story to you, I knew your brain would channel it out.
You knew that I would stop paying attention to you and focus on the game.
Yes! That's exactly what happened. And guess what? It happened.
What the f-
Haha.
Silver, I really enjoyed Final Fantasy II. I think that Final Fantasy II is a very underappreciated game in the FF series. It is way better than FF5. Come at me. I know you're out there. Come at me. Final Fantasy II is a superior game.
I love Lady.
Oh, Zen's getting his pity hugs.
I love pity hugs. It's the only hugs I get. So I love
Aww. Everybody give Zen a pity hug.
Give me like 5.
Fuck
I'm
pity
good.
hugs. Will that make you feel better?
Well, I had a dream chat that I was at Sai's house.
I have upset them. I knew that there would be people in chat who love Final Fantasy V. I think that Final Fantasy V is the worst Final Fantasy. I think that 7 is better.
No,
I think that 4 is better. 3 is great. You shut up. I think
that
2 is like twice as good as 5.
Because of the leveling system, if you're one of those people like me who
but it was visionary for the time. I mean, that same kind of skill-based leveling system or stat-based leveling system that's used now in like the Elder Scrolls games.
It's not you, but it was broken into because they hadn't ironed it out yet. It had broke like some spells. If you got them over level 12. They didn't work anymore, like poison. Like you had to stay at a certain. I mean,
so it was broken. Final Fantasy I's a good game, and half the items in that game didn't work right.
You're right. In the original NES version, a lot of the items that you'd think would have power against other things didn't. Because
that's what I just said.
Yeah, I know. I'm explaining that to chat.
I think chat knows.
Like you think that the ice sword would be more effective against
I
fire,
think we've talked about this before.
It's supposed to, but it doesn't. A lot of spells don't work the way they're supposed to. Like, I think Ruse makes you easy to dodge, but it doesn't because it's not programmed correctly. You think it does. It makes you think you're dodging more, but you're not.
If I really wanted to troll you guys, I'd say that Chrono Trigger was a shit game. But first of all, that'd be a lie, and second of all, Reggie's in the next room, and he would probably stab me.
No, but it would be a lie, though. You'd just be trolling.
Huh?
But it would be a lie, because Chrono Trigger actually
Chrono Trigger's a shitty game?
He's gonna kill you.
He's getting something. I can hear him moving.
He's getting something.
It was a joke. It was a joke. I'm trolling chat.
Okay.
I'm trolling chat.
Okay.
I said that please don't hurt me, Reg.
Oh,
That's my Boken, Reggie.
You said it was a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
I didn't mean anything by it, man.
Saigan, I have the perfect song for that.
Okay. With my own sword, even.
Yes.
Did you just commit Hukugari or whatever that shit's called where you stab
Did
yourself?
you just call seppuku Hukugari?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Zen.
Ooh,
Who's Hukugari?
Zen.
Ooh.
Well,
You're
who's
thinking
Hukugari?
of seppuku and harakiri,
Well,
not Hukugari.
I bastardized them together.
You
Hukugari.
bastardized the shit out of that, man.
That's a good one for a t-shirt.
It'll now be Reggie Cat instead of Saigan Cat's channel.
Yes!
You'd be like the Highlander. You would inherit my power.
I'm okay. You're not lose all your fans because I don't do Dragon Quest. It'd be a bunch of Destiny and Street Fighter and other RPGs.
Well, they'd stick around for the RPGs, but no, like I think I got like 20 views per video when I was doing Destiny.
Here is Saigon's theme song when he said Chrono Trigger.
Zen, you culturally insensitive bastard. Saigan, I want to know what your favorite Final Fantasy game is. A man who hates 5 but likes 3 has to have an unusual answer to that one. My favorite Final Fantasy games so far have all been divisible by... They've all been multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, and 12. I think are all great. My favorite out of all of those? Probably 6.
But 9 is a close runner-up.
They're all close runners-up. I think that they're all like the top of
Because
what Final Fantasy can be.
9's system is actually pretty good. Like the whole way you get skills and you permanently get them and can assign crystals to them, and you get more crystals as you level up to put them in those permanently learned skills. And it keeps your character gimped at
Zen.
keeps your character gimped at lower levels.
Zen,
because
hang on a second. Blue Black Sky. Do you also like Final Fantasy 12?
I actually don't hate
I didn't
12.
say that Lost Odyssey is better than FF6.
I don't hate 12.
When the hell did I say that, Borg?
I don't hate it.
Don't you put words in my mouth.
Oh, no one's gonna comment on my "Baby Don't Hurt Me" song when I played it for 5 seconds. That was your song when like you said Chrono Trigger sucks, and like to troll, and your roommate heard you. I was like playing that song, like yeah, that's what you're gonna be singing to him.
That's his game. Like,
anyway, that's actually a Saturday Night Live bastardization of Hadaway's "What Is Love," but it became so popular that people only know that as the original version. Because the original version is really stupid. It's like, what is love? What is love? What is love? I have it. It's so stupid. But Saturday Night Live made that one popular. And everyone loves that version. I mean, if you were alive in 1990, then you know that song because by 6 years old you heard it. So it should be ingrained in your history. Yeah, lady knows.
Borg, I said that Blue Dragon was superior to most Final Fantasy games.
No, I know.
I didn't say
Blue
Lost
Dragon.
Odyssey. I haven't finished playing Lost Odyssey.
I know of Blue Dragon, but I never actually played it. Now, I played Final Fantasy 1 a lot, but the next Final Fantasy game I played that I owned was 6, R3. It's in order, nice. Because, well, there was nothing in the downstairs because I don't think that you did everything in other rooms first.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to revisit this next time. Do I have evac?
Oh, it's time to leave,
It's
isn't it?
time to leave.
But he solved the puzzle. He got a level. I guess you can call that progress.
There was progress. Shut up.
Okay. It was good progress.
Dude, I love the boss theme in Blue Dragon. That should be the boss theme to everything. It's like Guile's theme. It goes with everything.
Yeah, Guile's theme. Yeah, I'll actually give you that one. Next time, chat, remind me of the game Summoner.
You've talked about Summoner like every other week, Zen.
No, I haven't.
You really have.
No, I haven't.
You really, honestly have.
I've talked about Summoner like twice.
Guys, how many times has Zen brought up Summoner?
Like twice.
We'll take a quick poll.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We'll take a quick poll.
Blue Dragon is a very good game from Lady. I've never played it. I just know of it.
Do you have a 360?
Do I? Yes.
Okay, pick up a copy of Blue Dragon. It's like $5.
Okay. Everyone's now humming Guile. They kind of are. Truth says today and never before.
Truth,
yeah,
you're not supposed to take Zen's side.
Truth takes my side. I'm doing the Cabbage Patch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
God damn it.
Yes. Okay, I guess that's everything. Everybody.
No, I think the problem is that Truth is wise and doesn't listen to you most of the time. So he hasn't heard you most of the times that you've brought up Summoner.
I've only done it twice.
Oh, you've done it more than that.
You
You bring up Summoner all the time.
By this hand. Shut up. I don't want to take Zen's side, but I must speak truth. Oh, the pines. It is Dragon Quest, so sure.
It is in your name, Truth. But you must speak the truth. So, to your knowledge, he's not listening to Zen is a possibility. It's absolutely a possibility.
But love you too. I cried.
I think we're done, actually.
I did not
we
cry
good?
in Final Fantasy 7, but I cried in some other games.
Good night, everybody. I am certain he mentioned it on stream. He brings it up all the time.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you guys next time. Zen, I will talk to you later, dude.
Okay, thanks. Chat's closed.